in Muslim society it is said that you should obey your parents, you should do everything that your parents says, and like you should never tell them no and anything. But our parents can be toxic too. Whether they realize it or not, they could project their own insecurities, their own traumas onto us without realizing it. Our society expects so much from children that it's always children that are the villains. It's always the children that are on the wrong side, right? But it could be the other way around. It could be like even if parents are adults, but not all adults are wise enough. Some parents can be really abusive, whether physically or mentally, and they could be really toxic. And the other extreme side is in Western society where you can call cops on your parents, where parents are found in old homes. And in that society, children are the victims, and you need to, like, parents need to see the tone of their voice in front of their child, because the circumstances won't be in their favor if they use that tone of voice in front of their children, right? What we want here is balance, and what we are going to seek is balance. How can we, hold on to our sanity in a toxic household? So we'll discuss this in this video, inshallah. First of all, you need to realize that in our society, it is like we feel guilty if we are not up to the expectations of our parents. Our parents, like, usually compare, in specifically Asian households, parents usually compare children, and there is a lot of guilt instead of love around the bonding of parents and their children. So your first step is awareness. Know that you are not responsible to live up to the expectations of your parents. Yes, that is the harsh truth. Let that sink in. You are not responsible to live up to the expectations of your parents. And it might sound so harsh as a Muslim, because we have been conditioned to believe that we are out to do everything our parents say, we are out to make them feel proud. Yes, but in an unhealthy way, not in an unhealthy way. You were not created to please your parents. You have a soul of your own, you have a life of your own, you have a different career path than your parents, you have a different life journey than your parents. So let's say that your parents are toxic or they are abusive either physically or mentally. So how can you protect yourself from that sort of environment? So the first thing that I would recommend you to do journaling. I'm not kidding when I'm saying that journaling is the reason why I am holding on to my sanity. Before, what I would do is I would crash out, I would yell, I would slam doors, or I would isolate myself. But what I do right now, whenever someone makes me frustrated, whenever someone pisses me off, I don't react. That's my rule. I grab my journal and write down all of my frustrations into it. I don't care about my language. I don't care about my grammar. I just write everything down that is hurting me, or and then that's it. And then I usually come up with a solution, because my brain does not like it when I don't have solutions. So my brain usually come up with a solution to that certain problem, and I feel so light after that. After journaling, I feel so light, and I feel like so grateful. You can change your frequency by journaling. So when your parents are giving you a tough time, or when your family is giving you a tough time, write everything down in your journal and write. Don't care about the language, don't care about, like, if someone is going to read it. If you have this fear, then just throw the paper apart after writing down, right? But for the sake of your own sanity, write things down. That's like the number one advice for you. If you can write, if you can journal for 2 3 months, your mental health would be not same as it was before. And I am saying this from experience, so please start journaling. Second thing for you is have some time of your own. I'm not saying the time of your work or the time of your school. No, have some time of your own where you can be with yourself, enjoying your own little hobbies, where your parents or your siblings cannot interrupt you. It could be you can go to library, park, or you can just go to a separate room in your house and do your little thing where no one can interrupt you. It is so important, because I have seen people giving advice that move, like change your house and move countries, move cities, blah blah blah. And that advice is not for everyone. Living with your parents and you have to, like face them on a regular basis. What you can do is actually have some time for yourself where you can read a book or where you can enjoy your hobbies. Okay. Number three, I want you to have something that is important for you. Like have something that gives meaning to your life. It could be anything. If like you are a photographer, it could be photography for you. If you are a poet, it could be poetry for you. If you are a writer, it could be writing for you. Have something that gives meaning to you, that lights up your soul. Have something about it. Like for me, it's psychology. Like whenever I'm talking about psychology, whenever I'm listening to a podcast or whenever I'm reading a book about psychology, I'm not myself, or I'm more myself. So it just instantly shifts my mood. It just, grab me out of the darkness of my life into a sort of light. So discover what that is for you and immerse yourself in it. Become a master in that skill. In that way, your brain won't focus too much onto your parents or onto your toxic family. Instead, it will have a reason to live. It will look up to certain thing that you enjoy, that your soul feels comfortable with. So your soul will look up to that time and it won't focus too much on your parents side, because they say that if you don't have a meaning in your life, even smallest thing hurts you so much. Even small things can become your trauma. And I have seen this in our generation. We are a generation who does not take things like, we can become very reactive to certain things. But instead, I want you to turn it around. I want you to turn the pain that your parents give you into your creation. I want you to turn that bitterness, that frustration into creation. I have talked about it in my another video where I talked about emotions. So if it is anger, if it is sadness, if it is bitterness, whatever it is, turn it around into your passion, into your project, and pour it into the world. Or sometimes I like, grab my camera and talk about it in a way so I can not only help you, but I can help myself in that regard. So do that. Turn your pain into your creation, and you will see that your pain will have a meaning. It won't be meaningless. You will see the bigger picture. You won't just see your pain, you will also see the blessings or the meaning around it. I think that's really beautiful. Lastly, I don't want you to take everything that your parents or your siblings says too seriously. Realize that they are coming from their own insecurities, their own bitterness, their own, miseries. They are speaking from their own miseries, because let me break it to you. A person that is happy with their life, they would never drag other people down with them. So if your parents criticizes you constantly without any reason, know that they have certain problems going on in their life. They have certain insecurities going on in their life, and it is their coping mechanism to criticize you. So their problems or their pain won't haunt them. It is their, release of their pain, which is very toxic indeed. But I want you to not take it personally. It is not about you. They are running away from their own problems. They are pointing it towards you. So don't take it personally. Sometimes your father like becomes very angry with you because he had a bad day in his office, or your mother is angry about something, so she force that anger onto you, and that is very unhealthy. We cannot make them realize that, but what we can do is understand that, to not take their anger personally. I know it hurts a lot, when if I say something to you, there would be more chances that you won't take it personally because we don't know each other. But if your parents saying this, then it hurts more, and I know it, and I have been in that place. So believe me, you need to detach yourself from it. If you don't want to get hurt, you need to realize that they are miserable in their own life, so it is their coping mechanism. It is not about you. So have this mindset, like develop this mindset. I don't know, I don't care if it takes days or weeks or months for you to develop this mindset, but develop this mindset to not take things personally. It is for the sake of your own sanity. When you'll develop this mindset, you'll realize, you will start to see through people. You will start to see that not everything is about you. People sometimes do things in order for them to get out of their miseries, and so they like point their arrows at you, and they shoot you. But don't take it personally. Lastly, I want you to know that you are not alone in this. You are not alone in this, and I want Muslims to realize this, the power of community. Islam talks all about it. We Muslims are like a wall. In a hadith, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, says that if certain area of a body is in pain, whole body feels that pain. So we Muslims are like that. So if you are in pain, I am in pain. We are not separate from each other. We are each other, right? So you are not in this plane alone. I want you to know this. You are not going through this alone. There are a lot of people that are in the same situation as you. And when once someone realizes this, they realize that they are not suffering alone, and there are other people that are in the same pain. So that suffering dims down a little bit. It all of a sudden have a strength to bear with it. So I want you to know that you are not alone. We are all going through it together, and Allah will create a way for us, and we might not know how, but trusting in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and going through with this pain together, to know that he will create a way for us, and it is temporary. These hardships, these struggles, they are not permanent, they are temporary. Even in this dunya, they are temporary. And we Muslims, we ought to have our eyes on our akhirah. This dunya is nothing compared to the akhirah. So please know that you are not alone in this, and I am here for you. And I hope it gave you little hope, little courage, and I hope when you face that problem, you face it head on. You don't face it as a victim, but you face it as a warrior, as a mujahid that you are. I am aware of it, okay? I'm cheering for you, and I know you will get through it, because you have always been, because you have always gone through worse than that, and you will get through this as well. I love you, I care for you. Please keep shining and never give up.